Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new edition of the Emergency Preparedness 101 videos. My name is Ricardo Perez, and I'm the Communications and Community Engagement Coordinator for the Larimer County Office of Emergency Management. And then I'm joined here today with Camille.
Yeah, my name is Camille Millard, and I'm the Preparedness and Resiliency Manager here for the county.
And today we're going to be talking about winter preparedness and vehicle safety.
So the first thing to know is be aware of your community roadways. Understand the road system in your area and be aware of what roads are more likely to be inundated with snow or ice, which roads are less likely to be plowed. Check your weather forecast daily and make sure you have a general situational awareness of what the weather for that day and upcoming week will look like. Get a weather radio. You can call your local emergency management office here at the county, and we have lots of weather radios to give to people who want them. Your winter preparedness communication plan is a communication plan that the whole household and family members should be aware of. Within that, it is important to make sure that your family members have everyone's phone numbers written down on a piece of paper or a laminated sheet that you keep with you daily, just to make sure in case your phone dies, you are still able to get in contact with other people on different phone numbers. Also on that, it's important to keep an important list of emergency lines. You want to communicate with people when you are leaving and what routes you are taking and driving. So everyone is aware of the routes you're taking in case an emergency were to happen. And just make sure that all your communication devices are properly charged before any trips you take. Here is a video by ready.gov of how to prepare for winter weather.
When the sky turns gray, rain becomes ice, and temperatures continue to drop, you'll ask yourself, how prepared or unprepared are you? Did you winterize your home? Remove the leaves from the gutters? Insulate and caulk so you're less likely to shudder? Does everyone in the family know the winter weather plan? What to do, where to stay, and how to get in touch? Are your emergency kits ready? Is your radio on? Get prepared, make a plan, and figure out how you're going to stay safe and warm.
Alrighty, so those were some good tips by ready.gov. So the main idea here is we're going to talk about vehicle preparedness, but specifically for Larimer County. So we do have winter weather, and as we all know, you could have either a really warm day, and then the weather changes, and you can all of a sudden have some snow during the same day. So these are some basic tips to be able to be a little bit more prepared for your vehicle and if you have to travel. So you always want to have your basic vehicle maintenance always be up to date. So regardless of any time during the year, just keep doing your basic vehicle maintenance, and especially when we have the winter. So and during the winter, just make sure that your car brakes are up to date and they're working. Make sure that all weather tires have the proper thread, and also so proper function of obviously your heater and your defroster to make sure that you're staying warm. Another big piece is make sure that you have the appropriate amount of washer fluid. So making sure that you can see through all windows in your vehicle so that you can be as safe as possible. Next is just again making sure that you have visibility through the windows of your car. So making sure if you're able to do a car wash or every so often, just making sure that you have full visibility throughout the windows of your vehicle. And then Colorado uses magnesium chloride to de-ice the road, and this substance is corrosive to your car. So just making sure that you are able to wash it off here and there would be helpful for your car. And then yeah, just like we've been mentioning, visibility is the biggest thing here, so that you can be a little bit safer. And then we have some tips here on what to keep in your car. So you always want to at least have a half tank of gas in your car. Try to shoot for as much as you can have in your car, but just as a general rule, at least have a half tank of gas. Include a battery backup for power dependent assistive technology devices. You want to be able to still be able to use any of these power dependent technology devices. So and that also is a just a car charger for your a phone charger for your car is also a good thing to have. But then we're going to run through some emergency supply kit supplies next.
So an emergency supply kit for your car is really important, especially during the winter. If you were to get trapped in your car for a longer extended period of time due to a collision happening up front, you would really want to make sure that, as mentioned before, you have that half tank. So when you're idling, you don't run out, and you have your emergency supply kit. Within this supply kit, it'd be really good to have a shovel. You can buy collapsible shovels at big box stores, duct tapes, utility knives, a first aid kit, and extra warm clothing. We recommend an extra winter coat, gloves, hats, maybe an extra pair of boots, socks, and any hand warmers you can get. Keep in mind when you are having extra food and water in your car that this water needs to be held in a container that is freezer proof, just to make sure that you actually have use to that water. Also, it's important to make sure that you have jumper cables, sand, salt, or kitty litter for traction and melting the ice around your tires if you were to get stuck, flares to make sure you can reflect your location if you get stranded on the side of the road, extra blankets to keep you and anyone within your vehicle warm, flashlights, and as mentioned before, water and snacks. Consider if when you're traveling, to always have, as we mentioned, a half tank of gas. If for some reason you get stuck on the road, do not get out of your vehicle. Do not take any off-road routes. Know the symptoms of frostbite and hypothermia so you can make sure that you get the medical care that you need, and make sure that you're prepared with that safety kit as we mentioned above.
Alrighty, so some additional considerations for winter safety is obviously as the temperatures go down and you're in your home or your shelter, make sure that you bring your pets inside. Make sure that you're keeping them also as safe as possible. But yeah, if you're traveling with any pets, include a pet go bag and any materials you need for them. So food, water, medications, and obviously make sure to keep them warm. Another thing is if you're on life-saving medication, make sure that you have an extra dose. If you have to shelter in place for an extended period of time, you want to make sure that you have the right dosage available. And then be aware and pre-program any local weather stations in your car, or if you have an emergency weather radio at your home or your shelter, you want to make sure that you are aware of the weather coming in. And that was about all the information that we have today, but we'll provide more information on our website, and then you know that the ready.gov also website with that video has additional information, but that's all that we have for today. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for listening, and don't be afraid to reach us out on those emails you see on the screen if you have any questions.